Yeah, we got a little bit of CCL, everybody. A best of 5 at the CCL. It is the final of the gauntlet of the playoffs. Oxygen Esports is playing against Chili Mountain, and the winner is going to advance to the top 4 that will play it out in the finals. We haven't really casted a whole lot of CCL this season. Obviously, there's a reason for that. We can talk about all that stuff in a second, but let's introduce our teams first. Map number 1 in the best of 5, Tomb with Spider Queen, and on the left, Madara on Cassia, Nazmaz on Diva. We got Hebi on Lucio, Drader on Tychus, and Red Robot is playing Nubarok. On the right side of the map, Chili Mountain with Mako and Falstad, Azerite on Hanzo, got Cattle on Diablo, the front line, Banana H on Brightwing, and Backhold is playing Urel. Okay, let's get the show on the road. As mentioned, the Masters Clash is just now done, and before the X Cup starts in a couple of days, where we have the next European series, next tournament series starting, with decent amount of prize money, a couple of seasons that are already planned, and it should be a pretty epic event. But we're gonna look a bit also at the final matches of the CCL here. As mentioned before, I haven't really covered a lot of CCL this season. I gotta admit that for me it's a big turn-off that we have European players playing there with a huge ping. I mean, again, you won't see any of these guys play an Ana, a Tracer, a Zeratul, because the pings are just so much of a problem. And you could see that those heroes and others played a huge role when they're playing on the home server in Europe. Of course, for the players, it's kind of nice. If you qualify for the CCL, you're guaranteed to get a little bit of money. And therefore, for the players, it's very attractive, even if they can't give their best there. With that in mind, the tournament was always like, too many people just seem it's really like European and NA players competing in the best environment. It's just not really the case. So Masters Clash was just a bit of a higher priority, was a bit of higher level of play, but of course we're gonna look at least at the end of season matches, or a couple of those of the CCL too. As mentioned, this is the gauntlet final, so we have a best of 5 with Oxygen against Chili Mountain. Both teams wanna advance to the top 4. And there's Diablo going down with the first blood. Tychus shredding the Lord of Terror and dropping him. Nicely done. So good first kill for them. Obviously the stacks on the baseline weren't together yet, so he's down for a couple of seconds. And that gives a bit of control over to the blue team as they are starting to play this through. On the right side of the map we see the camp slowly taken, Bruiser camp. The blue one is already on the way into the mid lane as they're trying to establish a position here. The birdie is in. By the way, no draft, obviously. These games are all casted from replays. A lot of these things are overlapping, and especially the weekends when we also have the Masters Clash running out. So without that, replay information don't include drafts. Kind of sad. Would be awesome if Blizzard could implement that, but without that being a thing, that's the reason why you don't see drafts. So for everybody watching this on YouTube in particular, whenever you see a match where there's no draft included, it was casted from replays after the fact, and that's pretty much the case right here. So, 1 kill to 0, a little bit of a leading experience and some pressure in the middle. It results in one of the towers nearly being eliminated. Good opening for Team Oxygen. So well done by them. We have In the Rhythm on level 4 for Tychus. So it's trying to get the stacks up. So far, hasn't really had a whole lot of luck with that. But let's see what he can do in the upcoming battles. Getting the Diva also into action. We have not really seen them on the European server in quite some time. If you watch the Masters Class diligently, then you know that she pretty much doesn't play a role there at all right now. A lot of the heroes that we're seeing on the side of Chili Mountain, on the other hand, are played quite frequently. Especially the birdie is back again. One of the interesting things around the Masters Clash was also that in the finals in particular, we had Muradin being played more and more and more, which was kind of fun, honestly. I mean, a good dwarf is always fun to watch, especially someone that can hit the storm bolts. There were some incredible setups. One particular double stun into an Orphea ult comes to mind here. If you haven't watched Masters Clash yet, you should definitely check it out. Okay, party is starting as we have the first turn-in attempt here. And hello, team. Brightwing already with their heals, but they're trying to focus on Drader all of a sudden. Tychus is already on the run. 5 stacks for him so far, and Backhold is jumping straight into the thick of things as he's trying to take one down. Good isolation here with Urel, but the team is taking a bit of a beating. And Chili Mountain has to retreat on the way back, just as we're watching this. Nazmaz, wow, also a little bit low. 5 stacks, by the way, for In the Rhythm now. Yeah, I've been mentioning the X Cup, by the way, earlier. If you want to have some additional information about the X Cup and maybe participate in one of the qualifiers, as mentioned, all of them are open, so you can get your own team together and participate there. Great opportunity, of course, for people that think that they want to show the pros finally how it's done. But yeah, if you want to check the X Cup out, you can go to Khaldor.tv. There's a couple of news where all the qualifiers are linked for registration and the rules and the additional stuff. Or just check out the YouTube description where we have a link to the Discord channel. If you join the Discord, there's special channels set aside with all the information around the X Cup and also links to the qualifiers, rules, and of course, if any questions are left, you can always ask them there. But either way, in this game, we seem to have a kill on Tychus. 138 points. Traded gets away. Even Hanzo can't take him down. Wanted to get a shot from below and couldn't. But they're focusing on Madara and he's down. Cassia is dead. Hoppity hop as the Space Goat is jumping around here. And now the red team has finally taken a bit of a lead in the middle. Taken their first kill and maybe have even an opportunity to get a turn in themselves. 46 gems are already delivered. Hanzo's trying to close the deal, and it does. With Azurite turning in, the red web weavers will be underway. And all the way up at the top, Muck is already getting some extra damage in. Went into the by now standard secret weapon. The old boomerang is baseline now. So with that secret weapon all of a sudden became a viable talent. And they're also trying to take the cockroach down again. A red robot. By the way, a kind of fitting name with the skin that he's playing here. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. He's literally playing a red robot. So there's that. Doesn't go for the Bumblebee style or anything like it. But what else do we have? Top side, the web weavers have to be defended, of course, but the robot is already a little bit low and needs to retreat here. And with that, the wall is up for grabs. They're taking the first tower down. The web weaver with some extra damage. Yeah, that doesn't really hit a whole lot. But it hits traded. So thankfully, he was still in the way of the wave. So that hurts at least a little bit. Level 10 abilities are soon going to drop for both teams. That might give us a bit more pressure potential. Wall has been eliminated up at the top. Down at the bottom of the map, Nazmaz has done a great job defending. And in the middle as well. I gotta say, Chili Mountain didn't really get a whole lot out of this. Oh, where's the hit? No way! Azurite is alive. Brightwing with a save. Banana Age with the clutch heals here. Allows them to keep Hanzo. And that was a close call. They're trying to go for Hebi here. Lulcio also alive. The gas. Bocca. And he lives. What is this game? Everybody is surviving. There's just no kills happening. We're 7 minutes in. We only saw 2 early game kills. That was about it. Everything else is just people dropping below 100 HP. And then somehow making it out of the battle. Yeah, Bakul is locked into this 1v1. Obviously, both teams have quite a few gems here, especially Team Oxygen, who hasn't had their first web weaver wave. But we also have enough gems for Chili Mountain to get a turn in 2. So, could see that happening here. Yeah, Madara is starting to poke this out a bit as well. Odin could be used here. And, well, if they want to siege up around Odin, they can, once they have the web weavers. So they need to get that turn in if they want to get that far. And Drader in particular has 30 gems by now. So he's holding quite a lot here. Yeah, down at the bottom of the map, Urel is interrupting as best she can. As Hebi, Nazmaz and Madara could potentially turn in. But the entire time, Chili Mountain is ready. They want to have these interrupts. They don't want to allow any opportunity for Team Oxygen to get their first web weavers in the game. And people are just dancing around the turn-in points in an attempt to lock the first one in. There's the commitment with the cocoon as they're going straight into the fight. Explosion is up as well. Lightning Breath. Cattle gets the assist from Brightwing and survives. But the blue team is still looking pretty good and could now turn in. Nazmaz with the 16 that he's delivering is finishing it. Seals the deal for the blue team. First web weaver is in for them now. And they are doing a fair amount of damage already. And guys, this could even turn into a slaughter over here on the camp, but they're not invading too hard. They're trying to take the fountain down on the other hand. And if you just look at what's happening here in the middle of the map, this is pretty much the amount of damage that Chili Mountain has done with their web weaver wave. And this is all happening without Oxygen even having an objective. Now that the web weavers come down, this is where the real party starts. And this could be bad for the red team. They gotta defend quite a bit here. Falstad flying down to the bottom of the map, alright. apparently backward, asking for some help, but that also means that the bird is missing at the top. Mid lane, they have at least the camp, so this is helping a lot to protect the fort. Up at the top on the other hand, there's the commitment with Odin. That's where they're trying to siege up. We have 26 stacks now for Tigers. And now they're making the play, taking the fountain down, moving straight into the fort range. And Falset isn't here yet. Instead, he might even push the mid lane a bit. No, Gus is obviously ready for him. Level 13 talents are also one of the things that give them a slight advantage over the blue team. Not for long, but maybe it's going to be enough. There's the Gust. Azerite again low, but survives. Brightwing gets helped. And Backhold is on the way back. A lot of gems on him. I need to be very careful with that. Cattle with the attempted engage, but he couldn't go on for the overpower, so that didn't really work out for them. But still a decent defense. I mean, again, the top is obviously heavily damaged, but the fort hasn't fallen. Maybe in 10 minutes into the game, we haven't seen a fort fall. That's kind of nuts. Very uneventful Webweaver phases here. Damage all around on structures, don't get me wrong, but we have 0 catapults on the map at this point in time. The damage output that we're seeing from the two teams, 36,000 for Cassia, 21,000 for Hanzo. Diablo, Cattle at the front, pushes back in, and Banana H trying to keep him alive, but nope, that was too much. Good arrow from Hanzo, but it was close distance, so that didn't really do a whole lot for him. Yeah, the Beetle, Red Robot on the way back out. Brightwing also gets splattered. They got the Fly Swatter, and they hard countered Brightwing with it. Now they go for Urel, and she might be in trouble too. Good gust from Market to save the gems on Backhold. 26 for him. Market recovered most from the other heroes that fell, and that's 58 gems now for the birdie. That's a greedy birdie right there. 58 gems? I mean, damn son, that's a turn-in. Easy peasy. Bit of pressure top. Blue Webweaver coming down again, so the blue team came in with the second one. Yeah, good for them. And now we still have a slight advantage for the blue team that could now really snowball. It's gonna get a bit dangerous now. First objective didn't really do a whole lot for Team Oxygen, which was honestly a little bit surprising. They should have done way more damage with the first Webweaver wave. Considering how delayed it was just in general and that the mid lane was already opened up, you would have expected them to at least take one fort down, but they didn't. But now they have an opportunity to drop two. The one in the mid and the top are both heavily damaged, and this one isn't even being defended because they know they can't hold it. So the blue team is focusing onto the mid lane instead, and this one is an easy pick. So they take this down, rotate down to the bottom now in an attempt to drop all three of them. And to be fair, they should be able to do that. They're diving even up on the Backhold. I don't think they can take... Oh, well, maybe. Oh, the ult. That's a kill. And there's the gems. Marker takes them and gets cocooned. 89 gems on Marker. The arrow connects. The bird. The bird. Oh, he gets away. Holy shit, 89 gems on the 4-star player, and that could have been the end of it. But they get the kill. Now they are level ahead. They drop 2 of the forts. They are about to drop the 3rd. Up at the top, the wall has been eliminated as well. So that's some extra damage that they have. Even a fountain gets dropped here. Epicenter is now in for Nubarak, and that extra talent that they have is, of course, giving them complete control over the middle of the map. And that's a fantastic position for Team Oxygen. They still hold on to every single fort. They only lost the fountain at the top lane, so fights over the turn-in points are much easier for them to handle. And they have a talent advantage. That allows them to steal the camp away here. And Chili Mountain, they need to find a kill. Now, they struggled with that throughout the game. They've only had a single kill thus far. And it's getting a little bit dicey for them. So, with Falset on 92 gems, he has... I mean, this is pretty much a double turn-in for them. And this is honestly the card back into the game. So this is the best thing that Chili Mountain has been able to do the entire game here. That whenever a hero dies, they are there to pick up the gems and therefore keep their hopes and dreams alive. They have 122 gems. That's a double turn-in plus. So that's a lot. But they have to try and prevent that turn-in. Hebe! Nah, not like this. Another Webweaver wave. 3 in a row now for the blue team. 3 in a row. Maka is going for the secret mount apparently. That's another 8 gems and then he gets the secret mount here. So he doesn't want to turn in, you know? He gets a little bit greedy. He's like, boys, no, not gonna do that. It's not happening. Going for the triple digits at this point. Webweavers are coming in. Mark is like, boys, I only need another 8. I only need another 8. Don't end the game. And off we go. Here comes Odin. Here comes Odin. They're pushing through the middle. And the wall is already gone. Web Weavers at the top will aim for the keep directly. Keep in mind that that wall has been destroyed earlier. So there's that. And here comes... Yeah, the defense is so far pretty decent. So they're not doing too much here. It's the top lane that I'm most worried about, to be honest with you. That keep is likely gonna fall. If they put some pressure on it, it's already super low. The rest of the team focuses on the bot lane. And here we go. Yeah, they are doing work. They are doing a whole lot of work here. But the top is safe. Macke on 98 gems. 98 gems, nearly 100. Bottom of the map, still no key. Maybe the kill? Nah. Oh, nice! The Valkyrie connect. The stun. But he gets out, turns around with lightning breath. There we go. Big arrow. The arrow, baby. And the insta-kill on the Nubarak. What a fight. Lucio is dead too. Falstad tries to fly in and get and follow up, and he does. And he dies. He had 100 gems and then he dies. No. He got the 100 gems, but well, there it is. Kills are there and they still hold the gems. Now they can turn in. Yeah, but check that setup out. I mean, look at the arrow. There's the arrow. Bam! All 5. 5-man arrow, then they get the kill on the Nubarak, and they snowball it to take down another 2, and now they get Diva as well. Red Web Weavers are coming in, 100 gems for Forested, Mount unlocked. By the way, we're obviously just kidding here. There's a little bit of an old school story where I played a Storm League game, and someone on my team on Tomb was pinging everybody that had 10 gems and acting like a freaking maniac until we told him that we are waiting to unlock the secret mount. That's why we're not turning in. That we're actually trying to get 100 gems, because then you unlock the secret mount that exists. And the guy from that point on just like shut up the entire game and was trying to collect gems. We obviously won the game quite handily, but towards the end when we were pushing for core, he had like 80 gems in his hands. He was like, please don't finish, please don't finish. I'm just trying to unlock the mount. I'm trying to unlock it. I need another 20. And then we told him that we were just lying to him the entire game because we wanted him to shut the fuck up and he was just too annoying. And yeah, we all had quite a bit of fun. By the way, I didn't know anybody else on that team, but all 4 of us pretty much just agreed that we would just lie to the kid from start to finish because he pissed all of us off so much that everybody just ran with a lie and let him believe it. He wasn't too happy about it when he found out at the end, but we played a game, had some fun, and were able to lock the victory in. So yeah, it was pretty good. Yeah, therefore, no real secret mount. Please don't do this in your games and ruin your team's plays. But the comeback is real. Chili Mountain, they needed one single team fight, and now they destroyed every single fort there is. They got the 4 kills against Team Oxygen, and from that point on, not only did they close the gap in experience, they went ahead and pulled the early level 20. And with those turn-ins, they have a really nice spot now. They survived 3 turn-ins on the side of Team Oxygen. Now we have 136 gems in the hands of Chili Mountain, and they could theoretically go for another 2 turn-ins. By the way, look at those 20s. We got the Trader King over here. Okay. Red Robot. Let's see what we're gonna get. Yeah, Macke is there, makes it out. And yeah, this is the fight. It would be funny as hell if Chili Mountain all of a sudden wins the game here. They were down for the count. It was really in the hands of the blue team to finish what they started. But the diligence of which... the diligence of the red team, where they just held on to their gems time and time again when they lost heroes, just coming back in and making sure that they collect every single one of them and make it out of the fight. That was really important. And I always, every single time I'm casting this map, I'm talking about how you need to protect these gems and how, no matter how far behind you are, as long as you hold the gems, you have a chance to come back. And I mean, this is the perfect game to prove exactly that point. They have 140 right now, 2 easy turn-ins that they could go for. Brightwing, again, with the invisible friends. The only kind of friends, by the way, that Brightwing will ever have. Big NA arrow flying all over the place. The fight starting up too. Valkyrie with the isolation. The gust being used after the cocoon. They're trying to go for Diva. Dropping her out here as well. That's the kill. Lulcio is down, and now it's turn-in time. Turn in and a boss time. They can go for both. They can go for the boss and then have Hanzo, for example, turn in the gems by himself. Easy. Real problem now for Team Oxygen. Right here. And, well, they turn in immediately. So Web Weavers will come down. The blue team feels emboldened and thinks that they can fight a 4v5. That's a dumb idea. So, I'm not so sure about that. But that is a potential kill. Nah. D.Va saving it. I gotta say, some nice saves throughout the entire game. So now the boss has been denied. Good move by Oxygen. Turned out that the risk that they just took was worth it. I mean, obviously, it can backfire. If they lose a Nubarak here, it's more or less lights out. But they just towed the line. Was close, but they managed to do it. If a Nubarak falls, it's a completely different story. But they were able to distract them long enough for the boss to disappear. Now the Web Weavers are coming in. Falset is trying to help a bit with the bot lane push as the rest of the team is moving through the middle already. Tigers and Hanzo are the only ones that haven't died in this game. So, yeah, nice job. Both of them still alive here. Backhold. He's coming in too. Off we go. Robots. And they are defending the mid lane. Nicely. The arrow. One NA arrow after another. That's alright. What's happening here? That's the second one in a row that everybody just dodged out on. Straight down the middle, baby. Yeah, no chance for that. Okay, Web Weaver the bot lane nearly eliminated too. That turn isn't doing a whole lot, is it now? They're opening the walls up a bit. But of course they have another one available if they turn in. 39 gems on Backhold alone. Yeah, this game isn't over. The blue team, they had a huge advantage and then they missed out on holding it because they lost 4 heroes in a fight. But at this point, they can still bring it back. A lot of the gems are gone now from Chili Mountain. This is a big fight. Mighty Gust already for the disengage. Cattle is able to move out. Brightwing is coming in for the heal. 96 stacks for Tigers. Oh, the bullying of the Beetle. And Nubarak is down. No chance in that encounter. He gets murdered. 80,000 damage for Cassia. Nice damage on Tigers as well. And Cassia is down. As the Hanzo Diablo tag team is dropping him. So now we have the boss again on the menu. Siege Giants need to be dealt with 2 at the bottom of the map. And they already have 2 of their heroes over here. Drade and Nazmas are taking care of it. But this time there is no attempting to delay the boss and move. The Red Web Weavers are coming down as Team Chili Mountain turns in. And with only 3 heroes on the map, there is no way for Team Oxygen to contest the boss this time. So this one is going to get locked in. Nicely timed around the Web Weavers too. And this might be the finishing move. Yeah, this might be the move that just ends the game. Because that top lane pressure is going to be gigantic. With 21 minutes on the clock. Whew. We talk about scaling, baby. That boss is gonna hurt, especially since the wall is already down. The keep will be destroyed by the time that the 2 arrive. And that is a push straight up for core. That's why we're seeing the big red button already activated, as Drade is just saying, boys, we now somehow need to stop this. He wants to be the party pooper here, but I don't really think that's gonna happen. I mean, just look at this. How does he miss every single one of them? I mean, so much blue on that side. And again, straight through the middle. The move for core, it's gonna be the end. Game number 1 goes to Chili Mountain. The boss alone is gonna finish this one. Yeah, there is no chance of holding this one any longer. They can just simply right-click this. Nicely done. 9 kills to 5. And this is going to be game. Chili Mountain takes the lead in the best of 5 series here. Well done by the red team on Tomb of the Spider Queen.
Before we head into game number 2, make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it yet so you don't miss out on any future content here on Khaldor TV.
Game number 2. Let's get this started. Nice comeback from Chili Mountain on the first map. Hanzo missing nearly every single arrow, but he hit the one that mattered most. He hit the 5-man arrow that allowed them to start the comeback, get the kills and bring it back, so good for him. Now we're on Sky Temple, and on the left side the blue team, Oxygen, Esports with Nazmas on the Haka, Madara out of here. We got the Red Robot on the Nubarak, Hebi on Stukov, and Traded on Abatha. We got an Abby in the house. house. It's a slug time. Brightwing wants the worm as Banana Age plays the fruit fly. On the right side for the red team, we got Azerite this time on Cassia, going for the stacking with level 1. Catalyst playing May with the heat transfer. Mako and Sylvanas, and Backhold on D.Va. Okay, let's get this started. The obligatory tower attack with Sylvanas in the mix. And Dehaka is getting his ass kicked a little bit. So taps the fountain very, very early. But all still good for him. And with that, said and done. We have some structural damage, as usual on Sky Temple. It's worthy to point out that with the objective attacking structures directly, it's always super, super important to do as much structural damage without the objective as you possibly can. It will give you the lead in the long run here. But yeah, Coffin Girl is in the house. Madara is going to play that. We got the Pajama Thor on the left side too, which means that in the early game at least, there's only going to be 4 hit point bars in these big battles. And since this is North America, there is a chance that we're going to see Monty the Monstrosity. Now, that's something that you will never see played in the European scene, at least not in a serious game. But NA, at least in the last season of CCL, had a little bit of a... I mean, they were a little bit going for this. They were always like thinking, hey, can we play with the monstrosity a little bit? And, well, spoiler alert, but most of the time, pretty much every single time that it got played, it didn't work out. So I hope that by now they are focusing on some proper setups with Abathur. But again, time will tell. Always have to keep that in mind. Okay, with that said and done, we got on the left side and on the right side both of the teams already making a play for the camps. I'm going to try and set some bruisers up on the top lane as they're pushing this out. Level 4 talents are going to kick in soon, and of course in a few more seconds we have the first objective being announced. And with the level 4 talents we get the Needle Spine. Normally on this map, you still want to go for your Mule on 7, since it's the best tool that you have to negate the objective at least a little bit. Nazmas is already heavily getting attacked down here, as the Siege Giants are being protected by Team Chili Mountain. Not a single kill yet, but I don't really expect one either. But this pressure play at the bottom of the map is starting to become a problem. Draded and Nazmas just don't have enough to deal with all of this, and Dehaka even has to... move back. Top lane pressure is of course there as well, so it's not like the blue team is just rolling over and let them do it, but I gotta admit that the red team is just doing a better job defending here, especially with the help of D.Va, of course. That bottom pressure is doing some work. One of the towers down, this one on 50% HP. Pressure play at the top didn't have the same impact, so that's a slight problem for them here. At this point, Azerite starting to move in against Nazmas. Now, of course, it's more or less a 2v1 since Abathur is helping out. But at least initially, the red team is doing fairly well. So at this point, they're starting to go for the next attack at the top. Temples are by now active. And this is going to be an interesting first objective. There's definitely some potential for an early lead for Chili Mountain in particular. They're currently focusing into the middle of all of this. But this is really where Abathur also is starting to shine a bit. Bit of body soaking would be nice for him too. There's not really too much global pressure against Abathur. It's not like we're talking about a false that can fly in and take the slug down. So the bird is not easily going to pluck the worm out. But Sylvanas is now pushing the bot lane, and that might shift the balance there quite a bit. This, on the other hand, is also an interesting setup. Oh, nearly saved by the creep, but that was a kill for Nazmas. Very nice connect by him, and that's a problem. The Mule is in, as expected, on level 7, but here's Sylvanas, and Nazmas has to take care of the situation now. Mule is preventing the worst, but the wall falls. But that was a pretty cool kill. That was actually a fun one. So, for now, we got the top side. Temple is already in. Backhold is getting the pressure, but the entire fort has been dropped down below 50% HP. In the mid lane, we're seeing a similar picture, as the red team is at least taking some of these shots. So it's more or less even on the map right now. Nobody took a big advantage yet, so I guess we're going to wait for the second objective phase before that happens. And Maki gets attacked, jumps on the wave. There's the drag, Brightwing, the stun and the kill. Beautiful coordination by the blue team. That was really, really well done. Nicely coordinated around the CC. And now with this being a 4 versus 5, what they are trying to do is to simply move into the middle and take down the Siege Giants. So we'll see what they do with that. 2 kills to 0. We have at the top side still the Haka coming in. Backhold is making a move, and yeah, is holding the XP, is pushing some of the structures down. Again, at the end of the day, Brightwing is gonna try and mitigate most of the damage that has been done here, but every single structure you take down counts a lot on Sky Temple. Slightly inexperience, mostly the result of the 2 kills that we've seen previously. By now we also have the level 7 talents, the growing infestation over here. Level 10 abilities might drop a bit sooner for Team Oxygen, and that's really the moment of truth for Abathur, with what we talked about earlier. Stacking for Chili Mountain, not really all that crazy either. 20 stacks currently for Cassia on the level 1. Obviously gonna bank heavily on the second fight around the single temple at the bottom of the map to get some additional stacks together here. We got level 10 nearly ready now, and that means that Chili Mountain has to retreat. Brightwing could technically also try to go to the top, but it's not happening here. So there's the level 10 abilities. Abathur. I mean, again, Ultimate Evolution is pretty much the only ability on level 10. And thank God this monstrosity BS is over. Nice. So we got the Ultimate Evolution. It's actually a shame. I really love Monty, and back in the days when the monstrosity was viable, it was a lot of fun. But these days, you have to go for Ultimate Evolution. If Blizzard wants to tinker around with some heroes, I guess they could also tinker around with the monstrosity a little bit. Having Monty in the game was always a lot of fun, but at this point it's just simply not viable in comparison to what you're getting out, the Ultimate Evolution in teamfights. Yeah, big pressure play at the top, by the way, through the camps, but the wave is just coming in at the perfect moment in time. At the bottom of the map, on the other hand, that's where the fight continues, and the red team is getting shot connected after another. They're trying to drop the fountain here, which would give them the upper hand, but the blue team is not going to give it up without a fight. So they're coming in. The Haka, punching back, as he is taking most of the hits. But Red Robot and Cattle are fighting it now out on the temple. Yeah, big push is coming in against the Bumblebee here. Backle is getting pressured out. Cassia is trying to stack a bit further, and the ults are still held back. The teams haven't fully committed to this yet. So the attacks is in, and what are we getting? Shots fired against the blue team, and they're starting to lose a bit of ground here. The shots are all going to be locked in. If they can make it out without dying, that would be a huge victory here. But finally the engage as Anubarak dives in deep. Already the wall gets dodged out too. They're going for Cassia, and Azerite survives, and they're turning it. The monstrosity, the copy, the Ultimate Evolution, gets immediately burned down. And now they're trying to go for Nazmas, who's looking, of course, for the next drag. Diva! And she's dead. Abathur with a kill. 3 kills to 0. An interesting one. 3 kills to 0, level lead for the blue team, but they lost a lot, obviously. But now they have a 2-pronged attack, one at the bottom, one at the top. And Nubarak is taking a beating on the other hand, and Red Robot might fall. No, he gets out. Abathur helping out a lot here, but the Haka is taking the top fort. Yeah, he's going to eliminate this one. There's just no way to hold that. So Nazmas successfully takes the structure down, and that is the first fort in the game that falls. Now, with this one not being eliminated, Abathur has now his hands full with Mule and will drop that little fella time and time again to ensure that the fort holds on for as long as possible. That's not too shabby for them. Chili Mountain pulled ahead in structures initially, but now they lost 3 heroes in total, and they lost the top fort, so that's a pretty decent setup for Team Oxygen. That might become a huge problem for the red team if they can't lock structure kills in. Now, keep in mind, this is a best of 5 series. Obviously, with the 1-0 lead, Chili Mountain have already pulled ahead a little bit. Victory on Sky Temple would go a long way. Would give you 3 match points to move on to the finals, where the top 4 teams are playing. Where 30k is positioned, Storm, Esports is there, and I think Simplicity. So either Team Oxygen or Chili Mountain is going to join them. And that's what the battle is about. The Gauntlet final right here. They're coming in, and Cassia, she's safe, and she gets out. Even the isolation hit, everything was there, and they were able to keep her alive. 40 stacks now for Cassia. She's done a little bit more work. Great save by Chili Mountain. That was absolutely fantastic. Brightwing also with the help again, of course. And Nazmas isn't hitting this one either, so nice dodge and attack by CM. And they have Diva in the middle of the map for the shots, and this is going to at least take one of them down. At the top, that's also a nice pressure play that we have here. It's not too bad. It's a nice back and forth game. It's blow for blow between the two teams. I like it quite a bit. 43 stacks are now in. Here comes the play for the middle. And down at the bottom of the map, that fort is going to bite the dust, of course, too. But with Sylvanas now already at the top side and the shots being fired, there's just no saving this one. Nazmas, even with Abathar, has no chance. One fort down, second one has been eliminated, and now the shots are going straight to the last remaining one on the outer rim. Obviously, the final few shots are not going to completely destroy it, but the team can follow up and ensure that Abathar can't just mule it up again. So despite the fact that Chili Mountain doesn't get any kills in, they at least take the structures down. But they're falling behind in experience, and this is starting to become a huge problem. Dehaka and Abathar on the other side give the blue team such a big opportunity to side soak while even fights are happening that is really tricky for Chili Mountain to keep up with that. And yeah, one fort for each team. Abathar's mule is really doing work this game. That's very, very significant so far. So 27,000 for Coffin Girl. She's hitting hard. And we got the 24,000 for Cassia. Boss is of course up, has been up for a while. And normally on Sky Temple you at least have one significant boss battle. And I don't think that this is going to be an exception here. The wall will be super important from May. Cocoon obviously from Manubarok too. If it happens after 16, which is likely at this point, then Epicenter is another thing that they're going to heavily rely on to just stun them out. And well, there we have it. Epicenter is in. And with level 16 not available yet for Chili Mountain, they gotta peace out here. They can't fight this. And this might even be a move for boss. I mean, it's a big window. Level 16 against level 13, that's a huge deal. But it seems like they're not gonna try and make a play for boss after all. Instead, they're going for the Siege Giants and stealing that away. Those are free. Free Siege Giants, yummy. Yeah, in level 16, we now get the Envenom Spikes after the Soma Transference. So in this case, you have a little bit of slow, more control during the fights. No adrenaline boost in this game. Double Siege Giant play. And with 15.5, Temples are activating another 30 seconds. That should honestly be enough for Chili Mountain to contest the objective. But it's another game where we don't see a lot of kills, at least not initially. We started very similarly into Tomb of the Spider Queen, and then at some point the game just went wild. After the 5-man arrow, to be exact. But right now, yeah, they're slowly setting this up. Marke knows that he has to retreat here. He's like, yeah, alright, I need to get out of here. And Uberak from the top, of Fear from behind, and Silvano's like, oh shit, need to retreat. Has the Will of the Forsaken now, of course, that helps too. Again, Diva up at the top, doing her thing here. And off we go. What do we get there? Catalyst moving in. Red Robot again with a Red Robot. That didn't really help him on the last map. Second time the charm maybe. Tihaka. All of the forts are gone. We're talking keeps at this point. And of course everybody wants a kill. Especially Chili Mountain, they haven't gotten a single one yet. 100,000 siege damage for Diva. Girl's been doing work. Yeah, shots at the top. Pretty much the wall open. Oh, the poor mule. And there we go. Wally is useful. There we have it. Wally is useful. Nicely done. And all the way up on the top right. They've now also gone for their bruiser cam. Of course, they're still trailing behind experience, and they bridged the problem with the level 16 talent, but eventually that's going to become an issue again if they are not getting any kills, because level 20 is inevitable. Yeah, Marke. Uh-oh. That might have been a mistake. Jumps out as the second wave. Alright, bit of a skirmish between the two. No consequences just yet. Alright. The copy goes down, and that's of course a big cooldown that just got burned too. Everybody's just dancing around the boss. Yeah, that's a lot of... With the copy burned away, isolation being used on Cocoon, they're going for it. The reason why they're attacking is twofold. First of all, they know that multiple of the heroic abilities have been used by Team Oxygen, and they're going for the boss because they know that level 20 will hit first for Team Oxygen, so that's the best fight they're gonna get. They're trying to force the boss, but all that the blue team is attempting to do is pull them away from the boss and then move away out of the fight. Because for Team Oxygen, this is perfect. Time is working in their favor. They know that all they gotta do is play for time, and they will have the level 20 talents. That's why the Haka is all the way up at the top. And Chili Mountain, they gotta commit to this. They really need to move in for it. I wouldn't even have moved back the first time they tried to make that move. They need to stick it out. The problem is that Cocoon is back now in a second. We have also the Haka's ult back, and Abathur with a copy in another 10. So they really need to hurry the fuck up if they want to make a play here. And already the wall gets used. I think they're running out of time. That was a nice move as 3 of the ults burn cooldown, but now as you can see, this is not working, not even a little bit. So at this point, Chili Mountain just dodges out, haven't committed. Level 20 will soon be ready for Team Oxygen. The blue team made all the right moves here. They just faked the fight, moved in, moved back out and said, yeah, well, just kidding. We're gonna wait for the Storm Talents after all. No worries. So now we have them with level 20. Still not a single kill for Chili Mountain. And now we got the Hive Mind. And yeah, that's the moment when you want to go for the boss and start to take this. So Chili Mountain with a bit of a lack of commitment there. They weren't really sure what exactly they want to do here. I mean, even the wall got used over here. There's a lot of tools that they have where they can use it on the point, but that could have been a commitment at the beginning. Later on, not so much. Now we got Contagion in, we got Hive Mind, we got the Trader King once again. Bit of a red robot thing. At least the keep at the top falls, so the shots are being fired, so that's good. And they're attempting to steal this camp away. Abathur is sniffing it out, but they should be able to get it unless the Haka can hold it for long enough. But yep, camp is stolen. And Uberak dives in. Ice Wall has been used. That's a kill. Brightwing is down. Brightwing is down. Death to the Fruit Fly. Now, of course, they need to deal with the bottom of the map. And yeah, first keep is gone. This is pushing. We're not going to talk about too much of a problem. But since we're talking about keeps, let's mention the one at the bottom for now. Red team still doesn't want to fight. They still don't have level 20. That's a whole story here. You don't want to fight without level 20, so you got to be careful. And this keep is also gone, because the blue team will attack this more or less uncontested. I don't think they can go straight up for core, but they are walking away with an even bigger lead now. They have multiple camps on the map they will soon be able to take. Both of the Siege Giants. This one should be up in... Oh no, it's a minute. Alright. Still not a single kill, by the way, for Chili Mountain. Half a level away from level 20. 31,000. That's what we're looking at right now. And yeah, I don't know. This is getting a bit spicy here for them. So, what else? Up at the top, the Haka is already sitting tight over here, is trying to do his thing. In the middle of the map, they're moving through there too. Yeah, trying to make their play there. It's all about kills. With level 20 now on both sides, at least they can contest fights again. But as you can imagine, this is going to be a bit tricky either way. Yeah, everybody just setting this up in an attempt to get the first few hits in. And maybe if we get a quick engagement against someone, it can get a sneak kill on someone. And then snowball that, but it doesn't really look like they can. They're trying, but it's tricky. 4 kills to 0, better control. It's fairly even, honestly, on the map. Oxygen could have done a bit more too. I really think that Chili Mountain around the boss fight could have played this a bit better. But Oxygen didn't capitalize on their lead as much as you would have expected them to. They lost the keep, and they got a keep. And that's pretty much it. So while the blue team is still the one pushing here, this game is not over. This could be the 2-0 for Chili Mountain. They made a huge comeback on the last map, and they have a chance to do that again. 67 stacks for Cassia. It's nothing crazy, it's nothing to write home about. You're not gonna get a pat on the shoulder from your parents or something. We're so proud of you! But yeah, it's not shabby. It at least helps a little bit in the fights, but we're not talking dino level or anything. So yeah, for now, the blue team is just playing this very, very slow. And so far it worked out for them throughout the game. But again, capitalizing on your advantages a little bit more might be helpful. And they haven't really done that yet. So either way, we got the double temple up. Obviously, the bot lane, they want to push this out, do the best. One catapult is moving in, but that shouldn't really be an issue. Globals are playing a huge role now. Abathur could also go down to the bottom and push this out a little bit, either only with his symbiote or even go for the body. At the same time, that'll didn't hit anything, but they go for Brightwing, and with Brightwing isolated and dropped, that could be the end of Chili Mountain. That's a double temple on the map now, and those are a lot of shots fired, so another keep could be destroyed here. And if they exploit the 50 seconds where Brightwing is gone a bit more, they should have an easy time taking a few structures apart. Nazmas is already going for the defense. While he's missing, the red team is hoping to force a 4 versus 4. But again, they haven't gotten a single kill. And the thing is, you don't need to get kills every game. There's a lot of ways how you can play this out where you don't need to get a single kill and you still win the game. But in this case, it's just not working for them. As they have to engage in teamfight after teamfight, the blue team is just doing a bit better. And, yeah, the keep in the mid lane, nearly gone. That's, by the way, a bit of a meme. I mean, seriously, one shot missing, maybe two, and that's it. That kind of feels bad, not gonna lie. But at the top side, they're gonna try and take this one now down too. And eventually those keeps are gonna fall. Abathor still slugging it out. You got D.Va at the bottom of the map doing her thing. But it's always weird to look at this and be like, yeah, they could have done more. They could have taken the keep in the mid lane out. With Brightwing missing 5 versus 4, are you kidding me? A little bit of poke from Ophir and that thing is a goner. Even Abathor could have helped out with that. So now they're fighting it out again. But it's still, from a structure perspective, it's still the exact same position. Same amount of catapults in the lane. That, on the other hand, is just, oh my god, no. D.Va is down, Mei is down. That was a great fight. The coordination is just way better for Team Oxygen in this game. This is kill number 6, and now they just have to end it, right? I mean, look at this battle. There's the kill on Cassia, and that is just disaster. Disaster for Chili Mountain. 3 down. They are going for it. There's the kill against Sylvana. Stukov has died, but that doesn't matter because now we have Brightwing being eliminated. And, I mean, you can go for that, but you can also end the game, boys. I think they just figured that out too. So, yeah, they're moving over. They got a few more shots. The Haka could have delayed it further and soaked some more shots in. Either way, that's the end of the keep, and there's only D.Va to defend, and she doesn't stand a chance. After Team Oxygen got slaughtered in the second half of game number 1 and lost Tomb of the Spider Queen, now Chili Mountain is on the receiving end of the beating. They got 1 kill, they took Stukov down, so the Admiral is getting demoted again. But there's the kill. That's a 5-man wipe setup for against Chili Mountain. Nicely done. Good job by our Team Oxygen. So they make sure that there's not 3 match points in a row for Chili Mountain. Yeah, so there's no delaying this one. This is gonna be the end. The attacks keep coming. Is this the end? Yeah, this is the end. For a second I was like, can they defend this? Nah, they cannot. 10 kills to 1, 22 minutes in, and Team Oxygen takes the victory on Sky Temple. Game number 3, the series is tied. Chili Mountain against Team Oxygen. We got on the left side Oxygen Esports with Red Robot again on a Nubarak. I mean, it's kind of obvious that he wants to play as a Nubarak, that he has a huge preference on the hero. And Chili Mountain, they just don't respect that. They're like, yeah, whatever, take it if you want it. We don't care. We're not going to ban this out. Nazma's on Sonya. We got Habion, Stukov, Drader's playing Greymane. And we have Madara on Ophir. On the right side of the map, Azerite, we got Cassia again with the stacking level 1, Banana H on Uther with Stitches, Cattle playing our boy here, Backhold on Urel, and Junkrat played by Macke. Now every single time you see a setup like this, you of course know what's going to happen, or at least what the plan is. You get the hook, Uther is there, gets the stun in, Junkrat places the mine, and then boosts the target back even further. So there's a lot of stuff that you can do with this. Urel can jump in, push, for example, the opponent back, or push the target of the hook back, depending a bit also on whether or not you want to go for... Ooh, that's a good one already. It depends a bit on if Cattle wants to go for Gorge on level 10, or if they're gonna play it out with the Putric Bile. But there's a lot of options here. And Macke, he can always just poke out the minion stacks, the objective stacks from outside of the shrine when he plays Junkrat. But it's really the follow-up with those mines and the displacement that he brings to the table here. So we're gonna keep a close eye on that. Also, makes it so that at least around... Ooh, that's a hook. And kaboom! I think he should be able to get out of there. Yep, wasn't really on cooldown in this. Oh, on the other hand, he gets hit. Red Robot, and the robot gets out. But that is already getting a bit annoying for them. They ran twice into the hook here, so they gotta be careful. Baseline on Stitches is, of course, now auto-completed on level 13. So, don't have to do anything about that. Just get it automatically. And at least for the early game now, it's just about the Khaldor camps. Trying to get the goats in play. Both sides should be doing that, but Greymane isn't really making a move for that. I expected them to try and take their own camp a little bit sooner, but now that they missed out on this, it very likely will mean that Chili Mountain gets away with 2 out of the 3. They're already setting up at the bottom of the map a little bit. Greyman has now made his way over. They're pushing the minion wave out, and let's see if this is going to be contested or not. Now Nubarak is slowly coming in, and they just don't have enough damage here. Yeah, so they're a bit slow to the third camp. Another hook of Fiha. Choke point. Yeah, the AoE reigns supreme. And that's a kill. Not a double, but they got the kill. And then maybe the counter kill. The robot. Are you kidding me? Oh my god. That was insanely clutch. The tower nearly dropped him. And he gets out. Holy hell. Yeah, a little bit of luck involved there too, but nicely done. The hook's definitely a threat, but so far they haven't gotten a kill. So it's 1 kill to 0. Team Oxygen doing a thing here. All the way top side. Nazmas still holding on to the lane as Bakul comes in, try and push him back and secure himself some experience. At the top right, we got our Shaman camps now slowly started up. Both of the teams will, of course, attempt to set it on lane. And the third camp goes to Chili Mountain. So nobody really wanted to take it. This is one of the slowest third camps that we've seen in a while, just before the objective spawns. And that means that Khazras are walking onto the lane as everybody else is focusing onto the top for first shrine of the game here. So they're starting to move in. Red Robot is in play now too. Backhood. Okay, hits are coming. And the Space Goat is starting to retreat again. In the meantime, they're trying to get the hook on Asmas, but this time Stitches misses. It was a good dodge by Sonya, so well done by her. 3 more shots are being fired here. Cattle already on the way back, down at the bottom of the map. Traded in play. Starting to come in here for the Arcane Punisher. And of course level 7 is something that both of them want now, and it seems like the blue team is going to get it a bit quicker, but they are in trouble on Sonya's end at least, trying to turn it on Backhood, and there's the level 7 talents, which should give Team Oxygen for the time being the upper hand. Azurite is attempting to take the minion wave in the middle down to equalize the talents, but 20 to 14 stacks give Team Oxygen Esports a lead already. Here's the attack on Madara, and that should be the end of Afia. Afia's trying to get away here and gets eventually dropped by Cassia, but the objective is dangerously close for Oxygen. Nazmas, the kill! That's the double. 36, 37! Can they get a kill here? Greymane! He goes for Sonya. They're all so low! The hook! Azurite gets stunned and dies. The Arcane Punisher is already taken. What looked like potential disaster for Team Oxygen turns into a victory after all. Not only do they get an additional kill, but they also lock in the Punisher. Bit more damage done now. Hook dodged out. Good for him. But oh boy, it's party time down here. The level 7 talents are ready for both of them. The wall gets opened up. There's the jump and the stun. And nearly level 8 for the 2 teams. But yeah, we're all over the place right now. Push at the bottom of the map to take another tower or 2 down, and especially Greymane is of course quite helpful. Maybe open the side wall up as well, just to make sure that if someone gets booped over by Junkrat, that they can help them to escape. Not really happening just now, but there's a follow-up stun after the hook. Yeah, nice control. Growing Infestation, easily dealing with the entire gate. And there's another hook. Time and time again. They're just I mean, honestly, they're just like pushing him from left to right and right to left. Red Robot, he gets ping-ponged around, but he's not able to... they are not able to kill him. At least not yet. So now it's level 9 versus 9. There's no experience lead. It's kind of important around the first objective. Up at the top, we get Backhold and Nazmas still fighting it out 1v1 style. Nobody helping out. No nasty slugs and Abathas around in this case. But with this, we have maybe even the lead on level 10 for Chili Mountain. Now, is there anything on the map that they can take? Maybe the camp at the bottom. That's probably the only thing that they could try and get with their rogue abilities. Or a kill against Madara. But nope, he's dancing around them. Easy peasy. Dodges out on the hook. Dodges out on Junkrat. And that allows him to escape. We got Gorge on level 10. And heroics on both sides. Drop also the bullet in. Urel gets wrecked. Alright, our girl going down. The wolf wanted the goat, and the wolf got the goat. Yeah, it's time for dinner. Cattle is now at the top. And I want to see that money Gorge. Go, go. Gorge. Try to go for a bit of a kidnap setup. I mean, we don't have a kidnap combo here. Nobody went for Medivh. Still one of the old school styles. Come in, get the hook, get the gorge, Medivh drops the portal, and then just kidnap the target. Ideally behind the gate. That always sucks. I mean, in HCC times, you had to force that combo, get a gorge, and then Gust for the isolation. That was also kind of cool. But yeah, either way, here come the plays already as they're moving straight to the bottom of the map, attempting to take down the fountain. The next objective spawns at the top, though. You want to take the fountain down no matter what, obviously. But at the top lane, we still have both teams in possession of all of their structures. So that's going to be a very even fight. Hook is already thrown out, but Cal isn't hitting anything here right now. Once that he gets the next talent, we will see him with the baseline completed, though. And that's, of course, then the old school fishing hook. So he will have a much more extended range on the hook, and that's going to really help to put the pressure onto Oxygen, and especially their backline. If you get that hook on Stukov, for example, if he comes in with a lurking arm and doesn't get shielded by anybody, then that hook can hit home, and Stukov is not really the most mobile fella. So he would be in huge trouble. He needs to be very, very careful when he self-stuns himself with the lurking arm here. And talking about kidnapping, there it is. There's no way. I'm sorry, dude, but you're just dead. Yeah, the trap was there. Everybody just ganged up. And of course, it gives a lead to Team Oxygen on the objective, but with the 4 versus 5 now approaching topside, this is not really looking good for the blue team. Red Robo drops down to 50% HP. That was exactly the hook in the setup that the red team needed. And Junkrat is attempting to capitalize on it as he is starting to chunk them down. And they're also looking good on experience. They're closing in on level 13. I mean, to be fair, both of the teams do. We have 3 kills against 3. Kill count fairly even. Now that we have Sonya coming back up, I guess the blue team can re-engage. But they've now fallen behind. And as we have another minion wave pushing in for both teams, both of them are going to get the next talent in a few more seconds. And that gives us also the extended hook range as mentioned. And that's going to be big. There it is, a little bit quicker for Team Oxygen. That allows them to go full carapace, by the way. Look at that build. I mean, full on tank mode on a Nubarak. Even on the 13. The Urticating Spine here. There's the Frozen Punisher. And Frozen Punishers are a beast. I mean, Frozen Punishers are nasty. They can really help you to drop things quickly. Now, down at the bottom of the map, Nazmaz and Draded, they went for the additional camps. The only one to deal with that is the Space Goat. Whereas up at the top, the fort is definitely going to get dropped. But here comes the move for Nubarak. They're trying to take him down. Where's the stun follow-up? There it is, and that's a kill. Just gets blown to pieces. It doesn't stand a chance. And that's the danger of a good hook with a Gorge and the follow-up from heroes like Uther and others. And Madara is again just jumping away from it. Yeah, no problem for him. Top fort has now fallen as expected, but at the bottom of the map, this one has suffered some damage too. So the push comes in. Backhold is there. And up at the top, even a little bit more damage is now done as Drade is moving in and trying to play this one out. So 4 kills to 3, slightly in experience for Chili Mountain. I mean, slowly but steadily, they're getting their stuff set up here. We got 63 stacks by now for the Ravenous Hunger. I mean, step it up a little bit. He's so far away from the 10,000, from the 100,000. That would be kind of insane. Can you imagine if anybody actually gets ever close enough to the full stacking amount? Thunderstroke, 65,000. I mean, the highest that we've ever seen was 160, and that was already incredible. Just imagine if you're getting close to 1,000 stacks or something. How much damage that would be on Cassia. 4 kills to 3. Wall is about to get destroyed, so they're starting to go for it. Can they maybe drop this one? No. Be careful, Sonya. That hook is going to come eventually. But at the bottom of the map, they set themselves up with the perfect position. That fort is taking tons and tons of damage. And there's a Nubarak again. Where's Uther? Where's the stun? The Reptile, and goodbye, Beetle. Rat Robo, he's dead, and they're going for Nazmaz too. Oh, beautiful setup from Ophia, but it's just not enough to get the kill. And it's a 5 versus 4, and the timing is exceptional, of course, because now we're talking about level 16 any moment. The bottom fort has already fallen against the camp, so they are heavily ahead now. We don't have an objective up, but they can push for the middle. This is really, really nice. I like that a lot what we're seeing from them. Benediction is in. We now got the Pulverize. And they're dropping another fountain, which will eliminate all of the fountains on the side of Team Oxygen as well. Red team, to be fair, has also lost all the fountains. But Stitches, he's going to go for those hooks. And you can see how dangerous this actually is. I mean, it's not like they've been hooking, you know, out of Fia or, I don't know, Stukov. They got a Nuburak. Someone that should be able to get out of these situations, but with the immediate trap setup that we see from Marcus Junkrat, with Banana H getting the stun in, and then the Riptire coming through is just a bit too much. Riptire comes in, blows the target to pieces. Now we have Epicenter, so it gives Oxygen again a chance to go maybe for the engage. A couple of blind hooks, just checking the bushes here. No problem with that at all. If you get a lucky hit, then it's a free kill. Down at the bottom of the map, Nazma's still pushing this out. Camp's, of course, taken on both sides. Good news for Oxygen is that they got the level 16 talent before the objective comes up. That was important. If you fall back on that, then you are in real trouble. And here comes the Shrine in the middle. Another hook, another hit. It's a Nuburak again. But I think the stun got not really dodged out. So he's trying to headwind the trap. That's set up. And the kill. Boys, time and time again, they go for that setup, and it just works like a charm. This is the third time that they dropped the Nuburak in the same matter, and they're getting a follow-up kill on Afia. Coffin Girl is down, can crawl into her own coffin, and yeah, take another look at it. I mean, check this out. So here comes the Nuburak, they set the trap up, it's a delivery system, and then all the ults, everything is just pushed onto that one target, they blow it up, and there's just no chance of saving it. If you have an Anduin on the other side for the pull, maybe a Divine Shield Uther or something, you might have a chance here, but that's not the case. Talking about Uther, he's gonna get murdered here, isn't he? Where's the slam when you need it? Nice! Good job by Cattle. Azerite, on the other hand, finds himself in danger, but Banana H keeps him alive. And Junkrat the entire time has just been on the shrine getting the stacks together for the team. Yeah, the hook misses, but Nazma's might still fall. Backhold isolates him a little bit, and there's the stun and there's the kill. Staggered death against Sonya, but the turn on Urel, who pops the ult. Junkrat has now taken the Mortar Punisher. Top lane is also getting pressured. So this has been just 4 heroes brawling at the bottom of the map the entire time. And Junkrat is slowly coming back to help them as the top lane gets pushed by the mercenary camp. There's the Riptire. Uther is dead, but they try to go for Heavy, and they can't get him. Azerite gets away, at least for now, and not like this. No, Cassia's dead too. But in the mid lane, the fort has already been destroyed. Punisher is doing a bit more work. Up at the top, the wall has been opened up. So I gotta give it to Team Oxygen. They got 2 kills. That was nice. But they are also losing a lot of infrastructure because of it. And they haven't really bridged the gap in experience by too much. It's 18 against 19. So still only 1 level away for Chili Mountain to lock in the level 20. The entire wall in the middle has been destroyed. The keep is going to take a bit of damage. Not too much, obviously. But at the top, we see a similar picture. So most of the walls have now been opened up. Camps can still be stolen away by Chili Mountain, despite the fact that they lost out on 2 of their heroes in the last fight. But they're doing well overall. 137 stacks now on the level 7 for Ophia. 48 stacks for Cassia. And yep, that's another camp. Red Robot makes it out. Oh, if he would have waited a little bit longer. If he would, I mean, again, hindsight is always 20/20, right? But if he waits for that, then that's a guaranteed hit. And another kill, very likely, against the Nuburak. But as it stands, how many times did he actually die? How many times did the robot get taken down? 3 times. Both frontliners have died 3 times. Now we got level 20. Redemption is in. And we also have the Master Hooker. I always knew that Cal was a Master Bait. I didn't know that he was a Master Hooker too. A man of many talents. 5 kills to 8 as they try to capitalize on the Storm talents. With the help of the camp, they're pushing for the wall down at the bottom of the map. And if another hook connects, you know it's going to be another kill. So open up that gate and try to hit it. Not this time. Straight to the middle. But they... Can they take the keep? No, I don't really think so. They can whittle down the HP a little bit. I mean, as long as Sonya is missing, they might just keep at it, right? She's trying to pressure the top. And Nuburak with the engage, dodges back out. And now he also has the Trader King once again. And Sonya is still trying to pressure the top. I'm not quite sure if that's really the best move here. With Junkrat being around, if they just siege up on it, they can damage that keep even further. But I think they want to fall. They don't want to push the luck too hard. Well, guys, team, I've seen this movie before. I've seen this, and they maybe this time? Yeah! With the Trader King, he gets away. Has the additional spell armor and the health, and of course with the activation has the armor. Thanks to the Trader King, this time he survives through all of it. Sonya, by the way, is not impressed. Nazmas has been looking at the map and is like, I'm done with this shit. I'm just going for PvE. I got a PhD in PvE. I might as well put it to some use, boys. Yeah, I'm going for the top lane. And to be fair, they've done way more damage to their top keep than Chili Mountain did at the bottom. It took them to get to level 20 to finally make sure that Anubarak survives these little setups. So this time, he survived through all of it. Now the teams are going for their camps, and we're going to go for the next objective, as you can see here. So yeah, that's the next one that they're going to try and lock in. Get that Punisher. And maybe they can. So, this time we got an Arcane Punisher coming up. No, oh, yeah. Oh, okay. I kind of feel sorry for him a little bit. This time he couldn't activate the quest, so he dies. There's the hook. And yeah, the Gorge. Riptire. Goodbye. Goodbye, Sonya. That's 2 kills right here. And boy, that's bad news. Not only does that mean the objective will end up in the hands of Chili Mountain, they are going to take down that bottom keep. That's going to fall for sure. There's just no way that anything else is happening here. Nope. That is definitely going to be a kill. Okay, so they try to defend the top, which makes a lot of sense, of course. And I think they're going to push for core if this continues. I mean, they're obviously interested in taking the keep down even before the objective arrives. They're trading keeps. I like that move. That's trading a keep for a keep. If you are able to defend the core, then at least you are even in structures. So it's a little bit of a gamble, but they can't do anything with only 3 on the map anyways. So as long as they move back in time, it's fine. I don't even know why they moved back. They could have moved back a lot slower than that. I guess they want to prevent them from also Hearthstoning here. But this is a bit of an awkward setup now. So we have a 3 versus 3 at the bottom of the map. The bait into the middle of the Punisher as they're going to try and go for core. Yep, Uther is on his way back as Banana Age rides into battle. But this could be a decent defense. The top keep is still in place. That's good for them. Uther arrives. Stukov has moved back. Urel was looking for him. Madara, no! Oh, that's bad news. Cattle is also caught. They might be able to save him. Rip! The Riptire. Stukov with a save, but look at the core. It's falling quickly. And Nubarak is dead after all. The bullet comes out, but that's not enough. 50%. Sonya has fallen. Once again, Chili Mountain will take the lead. 13 kills to 5. Great job by the red team. And once more, they take the lead in the best of 5. The 2-1 after victory on Infernal Shrines. Game number 4, Towers of Doom. We got the lead for Chili Mountain, everybody. The red team has pulled ahead once again, and we have an interesting setup. Really interesting setup. Now, not only do we have a Medivh in the game, but we also have a Viking composition, this time for Team Oxygen. Hebi is playing Brightwing. They went for the Stitches composition after the Infernal Shrines match, so Red Robot has moved away from his Anubarak for now and is playing Stitches instead. Madara on Vala, and to make the format even more powerful, we have Draded on Zarya. I kind of like that. The Vikings are going to try and control the lanes as best they can, and the foreman is going to attempt to push. On the other side, Chili Mountain is attempting to counter that with Marcus Medivh. We have Azerite on Althea, Banana Agent Karazim, Cattle on Zul, and Backhold is playing Urel. Now, if you're going up against the Stitches, and let's say you get an Anduin in, you can always use the trade to save the hook target, or at least attempt to. But Medivh is in a very similar spot. You can either provide a portal for the target to escape, or just drop the shield and help out with that. So Medivh isn't really a bad choice against Stitches, but you always have to be careful, of course, that he's not going to be the hook target and then loses his stacks and everything. So we're going to pay a bit of attention to the baseline of Medivh here. And also, with the delay that the European players have on the NA server, where all of these games are currently taking place in the CCL, Medivh's reaction time is really important because the delay that you have is maybe going to decide whether or not the target dies or lives. But either way, as it now starts, we have a really interesting setup for Team Oxygen. Again, if you're playing Vikings, you want to have a strong 4-man, and they definitely do have that. Madara on Vala has not only the wave clear, but also the single target damage if they want to drop stuff. They have Stitches that is super tanky up at the front. Brightwing can also assist on a global side, which is also really interesting here. Can, for example, help the Vikings out a bit with some of the lanes if need be. But it's a question of whether or not Chili Mountain is able to deal with the 4-man that we have to answer here eventually. But as it stands right now, is of course still a bit of early game stuff happening with both of the camps now taken. The teams are attempting to push the bot lane a bit. As usual, the bottom of the map is the most important lane in the entire game, since Pumpkins are gonna attack the core directly if you take double bell tower control here. So that's why the teams are always focusing on that lanes. Generally, on most maps in Heroes of the Storm, the maps where most mercenary camps push is usually the most important one. For example, Dragonshire. Bot lane, also double camp on double siege camp plus a bruiser camp. Therefore the focus most of the time there. You can set up some really nice camp pushes if you take 2 or even all 3 of those camps and time them properly, maybe even after a team fight. Now, talking about team fight, we have one on our hands already. We got the Tenderizer on level 4 for Stitches, and Urel is trying to deal with the top. We got our attack team here with Olaf and Eric. And Cattle, he's gonna play that main tank Zul. Now, main tank Zul is not really something that you see all that often, especially in Europe. In an A, it has always been kind of popular, even in HGC times, but it doesn't get that much play. The whole idea here is, though, that they're trying to counteract the pressure of the Vikings by having more wave clear on those lanes and having an easier time burning that down. The only thing that gets burned down here, though, is the hit point pool of Madara, and that nearly resulted in him getting killed. But good save, and that puts Vala back onto into the fight. And they can, of course, push the bot lane even further. So yeah, it's a bit of a pressure play. Balog, one of the Vikings, goes down here. Zul is going to be a threat. We have Medivh trying to stack it up. He's sitting at 15 with the triple altar ready. Teams are making their plays now. The top left and top right get exchanged. Yep, Nazmaz is going to take this one. Ophir got murdered at the bottom in that fight, though. But the altars are in and they look for a second kill. Cattle... and he survives. Nice shield from Medivh. Everybody on the blue team is also low. 22 stacks now. 4 Marcus champ on the baseline. And all the way top side, still our 1v1. But they're pressuring. And again, it's all about the 4-man pressure. When you play Vikings, you need a powerful 4-man. And as I said initially, they do have one. This is a really, really powerful 4-man with Zarya, Vala, hit point heavy tank. And it allows them to take that bell tower. Now, they might lose Stitches because of it. He gets the Devour through and gets a shield from Zarya. Even Backhult is now coming in, so that puts it into a 4 versus 4. They go for Red Robot again. Does he get the Devour cooldown back in time? I don't think so. Gets the shield, that helps a little bit further. And I think he just wanted to go for the prime time snack time here, but couldn't. Doesn't change the fact that they got the bell tower. So they can try and take this back, but Market gets attacked already. And the 3-man can try to move in, or at least delay that. Quest is also about to be completed from Vala. She's sitting at 18 stacks on the level 1. But of course they're chasing. And yeah, portals are being set up. Oh, Brightwing, the save! But not for long. Zarya goes down. Yeah, if you have such a badass big weapon, that thing weighs a ton. So if you're trying to run away, just drop that thing. Yeah, also drop that thing here too. Brightwing is dead. Was it worth it? I don't know. Bottom of the map should be recovered eventually. We have 3 kills to 1. Vikings have done a solid job in holding the experience. That's important. 27 stacks for Medivh, so it's getting a bit closer to completion. And Vala is, of course, happily stacking past 20, where she gets the quest reward. But we got a single altar now up on the map. As the Pumpkins connect. Bell tower at the bottom is still under the control of Oxygen Esports. And guys, that means 5 shots to 3. And they have to move back. They don't have the fountain to fall back to. So they can only take the camp. They can't fight for the shrine. So that's an easy channel. And of course, that means 5 shots are going to connect with the core here. And that gives a very significant lead to Oxygen Esports. So already from the get-go, Chili Mountain has a bit of a problem dealing with the situation at hand. They're making a play for Red Robot here. There's the connect, taking the bell tower nearly down, but a good hook. And yeah, still gets out. But you can see how it's getting dicey. Chili Mountain has a couple of good moves. They have the engage into the backline with Medivh. They come in with these little flanks. But in this case, Cattle might have overstepped a bit. Get scorched. There's the strafe to zone them out already. The ley line. And the follow-up. Red Robot the save from Brightwing. Oh, what a fight. Zul dies, but what a battle. Holy hell. The Poison Nova alone just wreaked havoc in that situation. I mean, check that fight out. Full-on chaos. I mean, look at this. Full-on attacks, the save, then the Poison Nova comes in. Blue team is in trouble. They get the kill against Zul, and then they move out. But damn, that was all over the place. That could have been a total slaughter. Now, the bell tower got retaken, so they're going to try and claim it again. 3 stacks are missing for Make before he completes his baseline quest. And yeah, it's a bit nasty also on the other lanes, because the Vikings are still pushing and controlling this. And as the game continues, they're of course going to have more of an impact on the global side too, which could help with an altar channel during the 5th objective and the next triple altar spawns, for example. Yeah, and Eric gets killed in the middle. Medivh, few more stacks, hook is in, but this time there's no follow-up. Alright, single altar, once again. This time it's 4 bell towers to 4. Both of the teams have, of course, their heroics up. And I guess that's going to be an interrupt eventually. Yeah, there it is. The hook, on the other hand, yeah, against Urel, I don't really think that's going to help them. I don't think they can take her down that easily. No. There's the shield. They try to isolate it even more. Urel is just too tanky. Quest is completed for Medivh. Good for him. Leyline connects with 1. They attempt the channel. Banana H is there. And Backhult buys him a little bit more time. But the interrupt comes too late anyways. The shots are connected. Good channel for Chili Mountain. So yeah, they're definitely fighting back here. And they even get the pumpkin camp. Good for them. Couple of neat moves. Urel with really nice pressure on Stitches and Zarya to ensure that they couldn't interrupt Karazim while he was channeling. Brightwing comes in. Good heals. There's the save. 7-sided strike. Red Robot is low, but he doesn't die. And he's soon gonna get his level 13. And then he has the extended range on the hook. And that's where the real party starts for our boy. Stitch is gonna have some fun with that. Nazma's at the top. Everybody else down at the bottom of the map now. A little more damage. There's the hook. But Gorge wasn't ready. Problem, of course, is that if you Gorge Karazim and he has a target to jump to, he will use that dash to get out of harm's way. Vikings now with the Nordic attack squad on level 13. Not jumping around this time. And Cattle at the top is pushing this back. But the siege at the bot lane will come up again. They're going to try for the bell tower once more. Yeah. And Red Robot is throwing out his hooks here. No speed bubble on level 4 for Zarya. Picking it up here. Traded. Camp is taken. It's a little bit slowed down now. It's 4 kills to 2. Tire setup has slowed down slightly. Vala with a 34,000 damage. Yeah, another hook. Left, right, left. Always trying to see if they can maybe get a lucky punch in against someone. Another ley line. Yeah, but Madara is going to be totally safe. Yeah, 7-sided. A Red Robot. Brightwing with a big heal again. Huge fight. Vikings with the channel. At the top right, trying to steal it away. The robot is down though. Stitches eliminated. And I don't think that Eric has enough time, does he? The channel starts. Here comes Cattle, and he's interrupting. Nice. Also at the top left, same thing is happening, and they are pushing the bot lane now. They're trying to get the bell tower. Balog is already down. Eric is interrupting, buying as much time as he can. The first 4 shots are fired, stolen away. But of course, this is going to be the end of the bottom bell tower. But not before the shot is fired. So that's 8 shots in total, 24 points to 27. Great job for Chili Mountain. They're going to try and end the game here. The series, the match. They want to have the 3-1. They're already ahead. If they take this game, they move on to the CCL finals. They will join the final 3 teams for the final bracket. And now they're going for the boss. There's the fight. It's stolen away! Even the boss is laughing at them. Shots are in. Nicely done. Thanks for all your hard work. We'll take it from here. That's the only thing that they're doing. And now they're losing Orphea too. And they're losing Zul. No! What a disaster. What a total disaster for Chili Mountain. 3 heroes down and they lost the shots. They just lost everything. Banana Age gets even interrupted. That is horrible. Have a look at this one. I mean, damn. That was just nasty. Boss gets attacked and then Zarya comes and is like, thank you very fucking much. And then they get even the kills after that. Easy peasy. Zarya with her ult, full value. Now they're pushing top side. The level 16 talents are here too. Yeah, this is just fantastic for them. We have 49 stacks. They're pushing the top. They're pushing the middle. At the bottom, they have taken the bell tower already earlier. And guys, it's a triple altar phase now. This is a disaster. I mean, they will do so much work here. The Vikings are already getting in position. Bot lane, I guess, is going to be retaken. But it's still 5 bell towers that they're holding here. And they should get 2 out of the 3. 16 versus 16 at least. That's good for them. So they try to just slow down the bottom one. Nazmas is going to get an easy channel here. Brightwing is channeling this one through. Balog died as he was attempting to interrupt them. Make is now channeling it up. Can they maybe interrupt? He's going to try. Oh, and he just misses out on it. Yeah, so 3 shots are fired. But of course, the big barrage is happening on the other side. 13 points to 21. And just like that, Oxygen Esports has taken a significant lead again. Chili Mountain fought their way back and then they got murdered. Now we also have punishment, by the way. A little bit of a cooldown reduction on the multi-shot. With the 49 stacks that Vala has, she's sitting at 48,000 damage. 10,000 more than Orphea, who's top damage for Chili Mountain. Red Robots. Is he gonna get another hook in? Nah, can maybe try. The Vikings are getting farmed a little bit, but again, that's not really a problem. Karazim has pushed the middle of the map, and the bell tower has taken some damage, but Olaf is still defending the top. Vala hasn't died a single time, by the way. 92,000 siege damage for her. Not quite the same as Zul, who has been rotating, obviously, but it still shows how much she's really contributing to the game. Not only top damage in hero, but also siege for the team. Just an absolute multi-talent here. So, good stuff. And also good stuff at the top. I mean, Nazmas is holding the lane for them. Whereas everybody else is waiting for the next objective to pop up. We're going to talk about a double altar. And it's still a bell tower advantage for the blue team. So this is getting really dangerous for Chili Mountain. They need some kills in order to bring this back. And with Make, they have the perfect tool to jump into the back line. Get maybe a stun set up at some point and then move for the 7-sided strike. But it's not going to be easy. They can do it. They've shown it already. They need a good setup for it. So Zarya is nearly done with the level 4. And there it is. Claims it. Good for her. Balog, they're trying to move the pressure out. Banana H, he's going to take this one. They're going to claim the bell tower. Good for them. Bell tower down. All of a sudden we talk 4-4 again. Yeah, Bakul gets it. Nasmo was trying to grab it. Couldn't. So now we're talking bot lane. Eric bites the dust. Quest completed for Orphea. 17-13. This is getting a lot closer than I thought. And there's the Gorge. The immediate counter attempt by Zul. They're jumping in. Leyline is being used as well. And Stitches is all alone. Oh, they could have body blocked that way better. But Red Robot is low. And... he's dead. That was still really close. Now all of a sudden Chili Mountain is back to business. Who would have thought? It's, by the way, a weird situation. Look at the bell towers that are taken by the teams. I mean, that is just all over the place. Madara! Bit aggressive, my friend. But he gets away with it. Zarya is helping out. Make again with the channel. And this time it's going to go through. We're tying this. Guys, the points are tied. 4 shots fired. And bam! 13-13. We had some great games in this series already. And... I gotta admit it, Oxygen Esports, they are fighting for every single point here. And so they should. Initially, Chili Mountain, they pulled ahead with a 1-0. Oxygen brought it back on Sky Temple. Chili Mountain with another victory on Infernal Shrines, once again taking the lead. And now they are, of course, trying to force the tie once more and bring this to a full 5-mapper. And they got an opportunity, but they're now losing ground. At the bottom of the map, we have another bell tower taken. Top side, Cattle is trying to reclaim it too. So map control is slowly being lost by Team Oxygen. This might very well end with a 3-1. Level 20s are in. And this time we don't have the Master Hooker. We got the gas back. Red Robot, are you trying to tell us something about yourself? Okay, no Master Hooker in this one. Instead we got the Vikings also. The Fury of the Storm. Okay, so we got that. Cattle is at the top. 5 bell towers, 2-3. Double altars. Ooh, yeah, maybe now. Leyline, always the counter. And Medivh is cheating with the 20. They're all trying to help out, but Cattle might still be in trouble. There's the... Oh! Cattle! Oh, clutch! But there's the stun. Another shield. Marcus trying his best to keep him alive, but Vala comes in towards the end with another multi-shot and just says, nope! Not happening. Nope. Gets the kill. Alright. Traded. Also a bit low. They're going for the counter kill, and they get it. Zarya is dead, but Azerite, he gets away. Azerite, no, he doesn't. Oh, the shield. Marke, you beast. Oh my. Are you for real? I mean, seriously, the hook killed her after Marke kept her alive for that long? Now they're going for this one. This is nasty. Poor Orphea. She thought she was safe, and she quickly learned differently. Yeah, we're going to definitely take another look at that, but for now they're trying to reclaim some of the bell towers. The blue team is active in the middle. They haven't started the channel yet, but they've got the Vikings in position. Hook that minion. Hook that minion. And here we go for the channel. But have a look at this one. Look at Orphea. Keep Orphea in mind. I mean, she's nearly dead. The shield comes in. She's at 10 hit points or something. And then the hook comes in and bam, she's down. Straight to the face. So now we have 9 points to 12, and they try to go for boss here. That would put them down to a single point once the altar comes in. And their boss gets taken. Oh boy. It's trouble brewing, baby. Down to a single point. 12-1. Here we have it. And yep, let's see what they can pull off with this. I mean, again, they got a point on the board. Haven't lost the game yet. But now Oxygen is way, way closer. That fight in the middle of the map, that was a big problem for Chili Mountain. I put a lot of nails into the coffin. The final one isn't in there yet, but it looks pretty good for Team Oxygen. Now they try to take back the map control, because now they're still a lead in the bell towers for Chili Mountain. But what a ley line! What a ley line! They're trying to get a kill, but Zul is now in trouble himself, and in a lot of trouble. There's the shield, and he gets away. These portals are nasty. Absolutely nasty. So, hit after hit is coming in as the right. Boys, gotta be careful here. That dash. Oh my god, the portal escape. Time and time again, they're getting out. But they are pretty much being beaten to a pulp here. Another hook. And the shield. Medivh. Marke is on fire here. Absolutely on fire. Red Robot isolated. The Brightwing is safe. Zarya 7-sided, and there's the kill. Chili Mountain not giving up. They're not giving up. Double altar. Double altar. Can they get everything here? The Vikings dying. 1 down, 2 down. Medivh is dead too. That's a problem. That's a big problem. And are they going to lose Zarya? Traded? Yes! Vikings can go for the channel here, and they're going to try. Yeah, this is the problem. And Vala with 80 stacks now. Hit after hit after hit. There's the strafe. They're trying. They're trying their best, but it seems that Chili Mountain will get both of the altars. At least they're going to try. 2 heroes down for the blue team. Yeah, Vikings again falling. Big fight in the middle. No channeler started. Vikings down. They should get both of them. I mean, seriously, that has to just be a double pick, right? First one is already in. 8 points to 1. Ah, they got both. Sorry, they already got both. Did they get both? Was there only one? Am I high? Wasn't there one at the bottom? Apparently there was only one. I could have sworn that I saw a double. Alright, I'm blind. My bad. I could have sworn there was one at the bottom and one in the middle, but yeah, I'm wrong. So there was a single one that they focused on and they got it. But with that, we now have 8 points to 1. 114,000 damage for Vala. Red Robot is able to get out. 7-sided strike didn't really do too much work. 91,000 for Fia. And the Vikings are pushing again. This is going to be a bit of a nail-biter. Next one, we got a single altar at the bottom of the map. Boss is up in another 2 minutes. That's a long time. Long time to bridge. Vala and Urel, the only two that haven't fallen yet. So, yeah. Top side, Vikings. Yeah, Vikings are just super nasty in the late game, especially with the Fury of the Storm and everything. The wave clear is just there, you know. So you can pressure that out. And of course, the blue team, they are 5-manning it a lot right now, and the red team wants to do the same thing. Brightwing just sitting around with the invisible friends. Make having a look at all of this. And here comes the single altar. And for Team Oxygen, I mean, they know that Chili Mountain has to fight for every single altar. And that's a problem, because it allows them to get the Vikings always onto the lane. And yeah, this is a nice move. I like that a lot. So they take the bell tower at the top, and now they go for the camp. While the altar is being fought over, that forces Zul to react. Someone needs to deal with that top camp once it's taken. Zul knows that they're going to take it, and he's trying to intercept it, but he can't. So now they have to fight the battle at the bottom of the map, and this is nearly a checkpoint position. This is fantastic. That is such a great fight now for Team Oxygen. They're trying to get the kill. Can they? Yeah, well, not for now, but the fight isn't over. And Zul is just now moving in. And he will be slowed down by the Vikings potentially too. So they're already going for the battle. But at least they were paying attention enough to know that they have to have someone at the top lane to deal with that pumpkin camp. So kudos to Chili Mountain. Yeah, Balog is down, and so is Olaf. The Vikings are, of course, coming back with a play again. Banana H! Oh, clutch, my friend, clutch. Vala tried to drop him with another multi-shot and couldn't quite connect it. But there's the channel and the interrupt. Oh, boy. The Vikings will channel this time and time again. Azerite is dead. That's a disaster. Azerite is down, or Fia is gone. That's the main damage Sheila eliminated. And that is a massive problem. Red Robot, the counter kill. Yeah, maybe. No, Brightwing with the save. Brightwing with a big save. Fantastic. Cattle attacked. What a finish. Yeah, that is it. That is it. Double kill against Zul. Triple. Urel and Karasim, they all fall. We are going the full distance, baby. We go game number 5. Gorge gets used to. Nazmas, he channels it. 5-man team wipe as the entire team gets dropped. And that is at 2-2 in the series. We are going the full distance in our last match of the Gauntlet of CCL. GG, and well done by Team Oxygen, as we're heading straight for the final map of this series. We're going to the final map, map number 5. So essentially the series has been reduced to a best of 1. Whoever takes Garden of Terror will make it to the final 4. On the left side we got Madara on Junkrat. Dreaded is playing Zeratul, starting things up with a Cleave build. Red Robot on Jojo with the Laws of Hope. On level 1, we got Nazmas on Dehaka. A lot of globals again for the blue team, as Oxygen Esports is playing Hebi on Brightwing. And Chili Mountain is countering that with another Stitches composition. We have Azerite on Sylvanas, we got Banana H on Stukov, we currently have a Backhult on Leoric, Mak on Falstad, and Cattle is playing Stitches. So at the end of the day, what the game plan is, always assuming Gorge over Putric Bile. We have an old school combo that has been played in HGC countless of times. You gorge the target, the opponent's team is coming in to try and save it, and then Falstad uses Gust, you isolate the target completely, and then try to kill it. It's pretty much what's happening here. And, well, there's already the first hook. That's, of course, way before we're even having a Gust or a Gorge in play. But that was nearly a kill. That was a good opening. There's a lot of camps up on the map, so you want to have a bit of wave clear, you want to have Sylvanas and others that just move around. I like that we have not only Leo for additional wave clear in play, but I also really like that we have with Falstad a counter to some of the global action we can expect from Team Oxygen. This time it's both of the teams that have a global hero on this one, so that's kind of neat. And, well, let's go. Quite a few European players, of course, on the side of Chili Mountain. So there's definitely some adjustments in terms of which heroes they can play. We got Nazmaz in at the top as he is also trying to hold the side here, coming in with a quick drag, and it's camp time. Once at the 1 minute mark has passed, all of the camps are spawning on the map, with of course the exception of bosses, but there's none on this one, so there's that. And yeah, let's see what they can do here. It also gives you a lot of globes that you can theoretically take. That's kind of neat for Jojo, because with the Laws of Hope as one of your talents, you're of course attempting to get as much self-sustain as you possibly can out of collecting globes throughout the entire game. And that puts some of the... well, that relieves some of the pressure there's often time on Brightwing to save the front line. So far so good. Sylvanas is a risk here though. It's a big map, and if you can set any of these camps up on the lane and then pressure with her, that of course enhances the push power even further, and that's always something that you have to respond to. And that's where the globals for the blue team are coming in play, since that allows them of course to be a little bit more flexible. Yeah, nice connect here again. But the first tower is already down, so that limits the amount of damage that can be dished out. Good hook. I don't think he's gonna die here, but that's a lot of damage against Nazmaz, and the Haka has to be careful here. And they are pushing. And this is not really the best squad to deal with this. So now it's not only the first tower that went down, but they're also dropping the entire wall and the gate. And as you can see down here, it's more of a camp focus that we're seeing from Team Oxygen. So they are losing definitely a lot of ground on the top lane. And with all of that success, Chili Mountain is now moving into the mid lane to try and pull the same stunt right here. So gotta be a bit careful. It's only the early game. It's not really too problematic for now. But the more you lose on those outer structures, the easier, of course, it is for your opponent to eventually take down the fort and then get the advantage through the catapult pressure that will result in. And that is something that they're going to aim for. So, objective is also up. The first one gets pretty easily taken here. I mean, here on Tomb of the Spider Garden, we got that. Pretty much the entire map is just a mishmash between Cursed Hollow and Tomb of the Spider Queen. Channel 3 and get the web weavers. The Garden Terrors. Totally not the same thing. So yeah, Tomb of the Garden Curse gets activated, and the first tribute has already been taken. Seed. Honestly, this map is never gonna stop to amuse me. Ever since the rework, it's just a massive mishmash. Either way, level 7 talents now with the Serrated Edge and the Secret Weapon. So there's that. Up at the top, we still have our globals playing this out, and there it is, the level 7 for the blue team. With the Wormhole, with Conviction, a little bit of an easier engage and disengage for Jojo now. Nazmaz, yeah, he's getting a little bit murdered, but I like the drag. Really nice move, straight into the range of the fort attack. So Berghold is also suffering a bit of damage. This time it seems like they're going to get away with a freebie, as they're going to gather the seed, and that's a 1-1 situation with the bot lane being a bit exposed, and Oxygen Esports is capitalizing on that little faux pas right away. But also kind of cool to see Chili Mountain just moving towards the top, and they go for Nazmaz, but Brightwing helps. Traded is there, so that's some decent counter pressure. Leo is now moving down to the bottom of the map to deal with Junkrat. Good hook, but Azerite might still fall. Ooh, traded! He dies to the damage over time, but they punish Sylvanas for the audacity to take down the Protoss. So that's 1 kill, 4 kill, 1v1 situation at the bottom of the map too. Another hook, but yeah, it's Jojo. What are you gonna do? Johanna is just moving away from this. But they are also pressuring Nazmaz again, and with a little bit of body blocking here, they might just be able to take him down. Brightwing has the cooldowns ready. And this time the hook misses, so good pressure play from Chili Mountain, but it doesn't result in an additional kill. The next seed is spawning at the bot lane though. So yeah, there's that. Right. Level 10 abilities is of course what we're going to wait for next. Seed is up. Madara could ride into battle on his giant golden cock here. But where's the level 10? They don't have it yet. But they're gonna have it a little bit sooner. I want to get a rocket ride finally. We had some rocket rides in the past few tournaments. I expect Riptire, of course, but would be kind of cool. And there it is. Heroic abilities for them. They're gonna try and just like wait it out slightly. Yeah, Falling Sword and the Void Prison. More so the NA style these days. Europe still very heavily on the Might of the Narazim. But we've seen the occasional Void Prison. It's rare, but it happens. Might of the Narazim, way more popular on the European server. And has actually also been copied by a couple of the NA players. I mean, we've seen that during the first season of the CCL. Q in particular has adopted to the European style pretty quickly. But as you can see here, there's still a lot of VP plays that we're having over there. Right, also the isolation plus the blink heal. Brightwing is going to look for invisible friends later on again. Nobody is going for the seed just yet. Instead, we have Forset at the top, dealing with Zeratul. And Zeratul, he is going to try for the chicken every single time. He's going to try to take the birdie down and drop him into the KFC basket, go for the wings. But at this point, it's more camps that they're going for. 15 stacks, by the way, for Jojo. So she's working on the laws of hopes here. Yeah, every 10. So he's currently sitting at 25, as you can see, and will increase that very quickly. But off we go. Falstad could move in. Camp is going to be stolen at the top, but the seed taken by Chili Mountain. So Chili Mountain is currently coming in, trying to go for the advantage, at least on the objective. Matera, yeah, that's a dead Junkrat. Junkrat down, Brightwing a little bit too late. Falling Sword, okay. They really, really want to buy time for the top. But that also means that Red Robot is now isolated. Nice Entomb, Brightwing. With a save, maybe. Oh, wow. Good escape here. I mean, really clutch. That could have backfired. But they bought a bit more time for the top push by Draded. Essentially, it's being a trade between forts, as you can see. Because they might get this one too. And they might get Red Robot. They're trying for him again. But now Nazmas is coming in. The fort at the top has fallen. The one at the bot lane has not been destroyed. What a push. Jesus Christ. Nazmas, I mean, talk about a big shove, baby. Banana H, they go for him. And the kill with the Riptire. Red Robot dodges out. Nazmas, oh my god, that's a ride. What a fight. Damn, son. Falling Sword, Cattle alive. Cattle dead. Yeah, Stitches is down. Leo's gonna die too. And that's Leoric eliminated. Zeratul still pushing the top lane. Wow, this is just all over the place. And it's a great position now for the blue team. But have another look at how all of this started. I mean, there's the Entomb, and look at that save. The save, Brightwing comes in, then it looks like Brightwing will fall because of the gust into a corner, but she can jump over as Johanna is providing a target, and that's a great save on both of the champs. Incredible job by the Brightwing player here. Good on Habi, and that resulted in not only the top fort eliminated, but the bottom fort got dropped too, and they got multiple kills. So now they're level ahead, and they are all of a sudden taking a significant lead over Chili Mountain. Oh, but the Chili's bring it back. The Chili's with a spicy play in the middle. This time Jojo gets finally punished. They get the hook, they get the follow-up with Stukov, and that's the end of that. And they are trying for Traded, but they can't get him. They got the tribute, by the way, the seed. So now with a kill against Jojo, there might be an opportunity to get the first thingies, the first garden terrors. Top side also, 1 fort down. Yeah, they're fighting back. I mean, honestly, Oxygen Esports is looking fantastic right now, but this is a really good move back into the game by Chili Mountain. Getting the kill against Jojo, taking the fort at the top. There's still a problem with all of the camps that are pushing the lanes in favor of Team Oxygen. So they need to come in and take those down, which results in them giving up the seed. But we could see the hook. And yep, there it is. Hook is in. But of course they anticipated that. The jump is there immediately. The shove, the mighty gust, and they're just moving away from it. Yeah, that hook was too telegraphed. Captain Obvious called, and he wants to have his play back. They were waiting for it, and Jojo reacted immediately as like, well, alles Gute kommt von oben, baby. Jumped in, and now they have to defend the bot lane. Seeker taken, so it's 2 seats against 2. And, well, there it is. So, another hook, but this one missing out. 27 stacks for the birdie. Level 16 is close. Good for them. Okay, 21,000 for Falstad, 21,000 for Junkrat. Both of them dead even. Situation in Force is similar. It's a slight lead for Oxygen, but it's nothing to be too excited about yet. Maybe with level 16 talent advantage they can extend that lead even further. If they get, for example, the seed, that would be kind of nice. Get the talent advantage, get the seed, take the garden terrors, and start to snowball this a little bit. They might just be able to decide the series in their favor. Yep, level 16 is in. They've always been fighting back. This entire series, this entire best of 5, they've been fighting back, time and time again. But now they're able to bring it back step by step. They forced map 5, and they might be able to force more than that. So, let's see what they can do here. Well, they're trying to make a move for that. They're trying to get the kill set up. Not so far. Cattle also moving out again. Yeah, Cattle's still looking at that. Trying to see if he can maybe do something about it with another hook. They got the level 16 now on both sides, so good for them. But they need a lot more than this. Yeah, let's see. There's the Wailing Arrow already. Get the Wailing Arrow in. Another play. 4 kills to 3. 16 versus 16. Madara doing his best currently. Cattle also again with a push. Trying to... Oh, there's Jojo. Nice Void Prison after the initial gorge that we had there. And they're coming in again for Traded. He jumps back in. He's low and he's down. Leo activates his trade. And Zeratul dies. And of course, Leo can still slow them down a little bit and reduce his own death timer by quite a bit. So he's trying to make the plays right here. And let's see if he can maybe make that work. I mean, he's already coming in for another potential kill. They're trying to come through with another one. Cattle is a little bit low, so is Maka. And Leo is going to be back in just another second. Yeah, so this is a huge problem now. He's going to be back in just another moment. And yep, there we have him. Slow. Can go for the drain. Entomb in 2. Close. Where's the Entomb when you need it? He misses it. But at least he isolates Brightwing for a moment. The red team also got the Garden Terrors. Awesome. So, yeah, there's a lot happening here. I mean, first of all, Jojo's jumping out again, but the Haka missed the isolation in the fight. The Entomb got missed too, but it still isolated Brightwing a little bit. Now they take the fort down again. We have the one in the mid lane attacked up at the top. Garden Terror is pushing. 5 kills to 5. A huge fight, by the way. Not as many kills as you would maybe have expected, considering how fierce that battle was at the end of the day. But the situation on the map is, of course, now heavily favoring Chili Mountain, as they are slowly starting to take the lead in experience. And in addition to that, also getting the structural advantage. Great play against the Haka again. Good move by Stukov, and that is a dead dinosaur. He's eliminated. Now they're pushing through the top for the first keep. And as you can see at the bottom of the map, the Garden Terrors, they are still doing work too. Another hook, not successful, but Sylvanas is just making these entire pushes so much more dangerous. 18 to 18, and they're gonna take the keep. With the Haka down for another 28 seconds, there's just no saving it. You can't engage into the 5 versus 4 with the lineup that they have. They don't have a lot of range poke that really helps. The only one is really Junkrat, and there's obviously the threat that you're gonna get hooked. So yeah, they had to defend the bottom of the map. They gave up the keep at the top, and now camp after camp is stolen away too. Chili Mountain, they have taken a big lead in the game. They are heavily ahead in structures. That pressure play throughout the top lane now with catapults on every single wave is going to favor them quite a lot. And as we're heading into the later stage of the game, these catapults are, of course, going to scale heavily. So now more camps are being taken. That's pretty big as well, of course, as they're trying to get more pressure onto these lanes. But the blue team, they are still slightly ahead in experience. And that actually matters for a lot. I mean, I don't really think that they're going to have like a huge lead around level 20. To be honest, I don't think they're going to have any lead at level 20, but they will hit it at around the same time as Chili Mountain. So there's not going to be a situation in the game where your opponent has a significant lead with Storm Talons and a big window of opportunity where they can push for, let's say, a second keep or just simply steal every single camp away on the map. So that's not going to happen. Junkrat's damage, by the way, is out of control if you compare him to the rest in the game. Falset is sitting at 33,000, usually not the top damage dealer. But yeah, Sylph is sitting at 30, 57 for Junkrat. The risk and the danger is you running into another hook and losing the target or losing another hero at the worst possible moment in time. Now level 20 talents are close. The VP has done some solid work, by the way, to help to help them get any kind of Stitches play. In the sense that when there is a commitment with Gorge, they can jump in with a falling sword. They can use Void Prison to buy a little bit of time to get everybody ready. By now we also have the Heaven's Fury, so the cooldown reduction is in. Contagion, that one has to hit. The Invisible Friends are there. But also Leo has his upgrade, and that is massive. Getting the Buried Alive here is such a fantastic tool. Yeah, there's the hook, and she's immediately jumping out. Yeah, it has to. No cooldown reduction on this one, but you can't take the risk. If Stukov is able to get the Lurking Arm out before you are hitting your abilities to move out, then you're just dead. You have no chance there. And if a team is trying to come in to help you out, then the Mighty Gust is going to negate that too. So that was important. It was annoying to burn the cooldown, but it's 28 seconds. By the time that the seeds are up, it's not going to be a problem. Also, Oxygen they could just simply let the seed slide. Yeah, they could simply let this one slide. They don't even have to go for it. So there's the plus on that one. There's the hook. Yeah, and again he gets out. Jojo is good in situations like this one. Can of course also dodge the hook itself with a good trade, but well, there's another play. Oh, Zeratul, no! The VP, but he's down. Here comes at least Jojo. They're trying to get a counter kill. That is problematic. That is fantastic for Chili Mountain, but they lose Leo. They lose Leo. It's a 4v4 now. Trade value activated again, and what a jump! Jojo jumping around like a bunny on speed, getting hit after hit in the cooldown reduction as she drops multiple ults during the same fight, and 3 heroes fall for Chili Mountain, and there they are. The garden thingies for the blue team. Much innovation, much WoW, much garden terrors here. Totally not the same thing as Web Weavers. Completely different. But yeah, so 8 kills to 7. There we go. And that was some serious momentum in that last fight. Whew. They did fantastic in that battle. And of course now they're attempting to capitalize on it. Take those forts down. Push for keep. 20 seconds until Stukov is back. Pushing through the bottom of the map. And well, the top garden terrors are getting attacked at all. 33 stacks now on the Laws of Hope for Jojo. So that's some pretty decent self-sustain that she has there. That's 35% in total. 15 through the stacks. 20 on the baseline. So, yep, that's 35. That's a good chunk. Top keep, by the way, nearly down. They're trying to do what they can. And I guess they're going to save this one, but they can't save them all. This isn't Pokemon. Down at the bottom of the map, I'm gonna take that down. Talking about Pokemon, that Pokemon MOBA is coming out soon. I'm not gonna lie, I'm excited about it. I'm definitely gonna check it out. It would be kind of funny if it turns out that the Pokemon MOBA is the best MOBA of them all. That would be honestly, that would be the funniest thing ever. But yeah, either way, we got 8 kills to 7 and full control for Team Oxygen now. They're in a really good spot. I mean, full control in the sense that they're dominating the middle of the map. Obviously, now that it's a 5 versus 5, we have essentially 2 keeps against 2 keeps. So it's going to be stable. It's about who takes the camps now, and this is a bit of a threat that now that we're 19 minutes in. They have to eliminate the Catapult and the Siege Giants before it really stays on the core too long, or they're going to lose some hit points here. So there's that. But yeah. Yeah, nice approach. Didn't quite hit. That robot is trying to piss them off a little bit now that Falstad showed at the bottom of the map. They know that they can engage into a 5 versus 4. The birdie is going to fly in any second. And there we go. Like an eagle. Good hook. Yeah, but still has the ult and jumps out again. Jumps out, gets a little bit of cooldown reaction. Oh, that was a nice one. That was a fantastic follow-up, and that is a dead Jojo. Fantastic play. Guys, it's a double kill. That was awesome. That was awesome. They get the triple. They have Junkrat down. Junkrat is dead too. 3 kills. 3 kills and then stopped by the VP. That was big though. That was really big. Check that play out. She jumps out. Leo is ready. And then Jojo dies and they attempt to follow up on it. 3 kills. They get Brightwing 2. The Gorge on Zeratul. 5-man team wipe. Team Oxygen, everybody. They just lost the game. Oxygen Esports just lost the game. Backhult gets pinged, and for good reason. That Entomb was money. That one was fantastic. And here we go. Chili Mountain with a 3-2 victory decide the series in their favor. That one was a clutch one towards the end, but good performance by Chili Mountain. A well-deserved victory here. And that leaves them as the 4th team to advance to the grand finals of the CCL Season 2. Nicely done. GG and well played.